There are 6 secrets that I'm about to share with you in this video right now that guys actually wish that you knew about us. But I gotta warn you, once you know these secrets, you can't unknow them. But the good news is, guys actually want you to know this information. We just won't necessarily come out and tell you about these things. Keep watching. Hey there, Adam Litolce from lovestrategies.com, where we help successful single women get out there and find love and do it with a proven strategy. And if you want more videos about men and really unlocking the thoughts that are going on in our mind, please give this video a like. Don't forget to give it a heart wherever it is that you are watching it. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook, wherever it is. Make sure you follow this because we have a ton of great content coming up for you sexy single lady, in the next few weeks. So let's jump right into it. Number 1 is that men don't pick up on the subtle cues as well as you do. This is science. We are not as good as you women out there at picking up subtle voice inflections as well as facial gestures. On one hand, this is just ingrained into your biology. You're much more aware of subtle cues, but also this is something that you learn as you grew up. Because think about it, back when you were in middle school or even high school, for you as a woman, you needed to be very good at navigating social situations, much better than us guys. If you didn't know how to pick up on the most subtle flick of a hair or the subtle, just little way that a woman would look at you, your life could be absolute misery. Navigating the social scene with other women can be incredibly challenging and requires a lot of social acumen. And this continues on throughout high school, throughout college, and even into adulthood. I mean, have you ever seen The Real Housewives? Whereas us men, we're not as in tune with these things because we haven't had to be. If you want us guys to know something that's on your mind, don't be subtle about it. We probably are not reading your cues. Tell us what's on your mind. Secret number 2 is that we are almost always listening to you. It's just we might not really like what it is that you're saying. Have you ever been trying to tell a guy something and it almost seems as if he's just not paying attention to you and he's completely tuning you out? The reality is he probably hears exactly what it is that you're saying, but he's trying not to engage because he knows that if he engages, he's probably going to have to actually talk about his feelings. The good old strategy of avoidance. And if you are a single woman looking to get out there and understand men a little bit better, I have a very special training for you. If you head on over to whymenflake.com, is a brand new training that will really teach you why it is that men flake, why they avoid commitment, and why they ultimately ghost until they meet a woman who's following 7 very simple steps. I'll leave a link in the description as well, but head on over to whymenflake.com. Secret number 3 is that the way that we say I love you to you is by trying to solve your problems. You've probably experienced this before. You come home from a really long day and you just want to vent. You don't want to hear any solutions to anything you're about to say, but you just want to vent it out. And what does he immediately go into? Problem-solving mode. And I hate to break it to you, but the cornerstone of masculine energy is problem solving. We think in our little brains that if we can solve your problem in a rational way, that it will help you in that moment. And what of course we fail to realize is that it's not about the problem, it's about the venting, and you just want to emote. So the moral of the story is, if he is trying to solve your problems and he's not really doing it in a very emotionally intelligent way, just know he's probably doing it because he loves you. Secret number 4 is that men actually care about monogamy. So many women that we talk to who are trying to sign up for Love Accelerator and go through our interview process to do so, they think that men don't want monogamy anymore, but that is not true. In fact, out of a recent survey that we found, 9 out of 10 Americans said they would marry their spouse again. But believe it or not, men are more likely to say that they would marry their spouse than women were. 95% of men would marry their wives again. Only 85% of women would marry their husbands again. Moral of the story? Apparently we like you more than you like us. Secret number 5, and this really isn't that big of a secret, but I'm gonna say it anyways. We need guy time. He's not trying to hang out with the guys because he likes the guys more than you. He wants to hang out with the guys because the guys are just more fun than you are. I'm just kidding, come on. Guys like to hang out with their significant others, but they also like to hang out with the guys. It's a totally different dynamic, totally different energy, and chances are, if you're like most of our clients, you want your own space as well. And secret number 6 is that we are constantly plagued by our thoughts of sex. Now, there's an old myth out there that says that men think about sex every 7 seconds. Now, that has been debunked. That is not true. However, there was an actual peer-reviewed study that showed that men actually think about sex as much as twice as often as you women out there do. We think about sex about 19 to 20 times a day, and you think about sex about 10 times a day. So I want to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these secrets surprised you the most? And if you are ready to take this to the next level and really understand men on a much deeper level, make sure you head on over to whymenflake.com. You're not going to want to miss the training there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you, you sexy single lady, next week. Bye-bye.